Welcome back to the News at 10 from Abuja. The need for more participation of the private sector in the nation's educational development has once again come to the fore, this time at the ongoing 50th Convocation of the University of Lagos. The event, which entered its fourth day on Thursday, witnessed the presentation of honorary doctorate degrees to prominent personalities, the founder of the Zenith Bank, Mr. Jim Ovia, the General Overseer of the Mountain of Fire and Miracles Ministries, Dr. Daniel Olukoya, and the former Minister of Works and Housing, Chief Lateef Okuno.
Attention in the last few days has been turned to the academic environment in Akoka, Lagos. The University of Lagos is hosting its 50th Convocation ceremony. It's day 3 of the ceremonies, and as has characterized the previous days, a procession heralds activity in this auditorium. It's an academic gathering that has also attracted respectable members of the society from all walks of life, so works of intellectual capacity are not in short supply.
I want to enjoin our graduates of today that as you are going into the larger space to propagate the image of the University of Lagos, make sure you contribute your quota to the continued progress of the institution.
Jayanta Kumar Sirileka.
150 students are awarded their doctorate degree. 2 of them were especially recognized for outstanding academic work.
Professor Adekola joined the academic staff of the University of Lagos on October 20, 1977.
In addition, 2 personalities of the university, Professor Adekola and Professor Olowokudejo, are also conferred with emeritus professorship for their role in developing the country. And to the big 3. The honorary doctorate degrees bestowed on Alhaji Lateef Okuno, a former federal minister, Dr. Daniel Olukoya, General Overseer, MFM, and founder, Mountaintop University, then Mr. Jim Ovia, businessman and founder, Zenith Bank PLC.
I shall get to my promised land, no matter what the devil will say. I shall get to my promised land.
And their responses simply on point.
Too many of our politicians are after money. I challenge you young persons, you young graduates. You are going to the world not in pursuit of money, but as a result of the education you received from this great institution to serve this country.
The state of education in Nigeria today requires the intervention of the private sector, borrowing from the Pro-Chancellor's recent remark that the private sector must join hands with the federal government, state government, to support and rebuild universities in Nigeria. The federal and state government cannot do it alone. I now call on the private sector to support the improvement of education in Nigeria.
This award is for the youth. To which I have passionate interest. And I'm happy that government agencies are here.
The 150 PhD holders can't be so completely referred without the process of being administered some oath. And stepping out to conduct the process in his capacity as the alumni chairman, Dr. John Momo first stares the audience in these remarks.
Our country needs you. You graduates and the men who have joined our alumni today, or who will be doing so momentarily, and so does the University of Lagos Alumni Association. there cannot be a finer example of a prestigious association than the UNILAG Alumni Association of Nigeria. As brand ambassadors of UNILAG, the world awaits your manifestation. So once again, I ask you, please come and join us and be inspired by the beauty of our mission, our goals, and our objectives, by the power of our ambition, our talent, and our goodwill, and by the endless possibilities before us, so that we can use the knowledge and the expertise you've acquired to help Nigeria and humanity as a whole.
Then the oath.
Do solemnly pledge to create value in all my pursuits and endeavors.
Two issues resonate through the event: the call for more funding for education and the need for a higher moral standards for the youth.
To achieve this, we need more funds. If the government can provide all the funding, so be it. If the government cannot, then the private sector and all stakeholders must join in the provision of the funds. What we cannot afford is to wait till the funds are provided by anybody. We must look for the funds in all ways possible to have a sound educational system.
Is the Jubilee edition of the institution's convocation, but by no means the last. Olu Phillips, Channels Television News.
Techno Nigeria, makers of mobile phones, has announced the release of its new Pt.3 series in Lagos. The three phones, which are the third in the Spark series, come with artificial intelligence for better picture quality.
Techno says there's always something extra to give customers with every new addition to the Spark family. And this crowd is here to witness it.
Every year, as Techno Mobile, we are trying to add more value to the product and to the customer.
So much so that the brand has moved up from 14th to 7th place on the Most Admired Brands in Africa survey conducted by the British authoritative business magazine. And it's not showing any signs of stopping.
When you want to take a selfie and the place is dark, you can use the front flash, and the screen can also light up and then giving you a clear and bright image even in a dark room.
It also comes with a feature to brighten videos. With each launch of the Spark phone, introduced in 2017, comes a Light Up Your Dream competition, where the brand makes millionaires out of people. This year, the competition runs from April 3rd to May 17th online and to May 25th offline, and is set to give 1 million naira to 7 new people.
The selected top people will come and pitch their dreams before specialists, people that know about dreams and how to start and how money can help them achieve it.
Techno Pt.3.
The Pt.3 series is finally launched.
I mean, you take a picture in the beauty mode and the phone just converts it to beauty. If you have blemishes on your face, it takes it off completely by itself just by activating the beauty mode. You don't need to download an app. You don't need to do anything. Just point and shoot.
In the future, actually, we will continue. We will do more and more, better and better, to help the Nigerian people who have the dreams, to let them dreams come true.
Techno's partnership with Google has facilitated the release of the Google Go edition and the Android 9 Pie editions, one of which is 4G enabled.
Time for the rest of the business news of the day. Here is Imana Amawe.
Very many thanks for staying with us. The federal government's economic diversification drive just got another boost, and this time it's from the Bankers Committee with a 200 billion naira support facility to export value chains in the country. According to the committee, this is part of efforts by commercial banks to transform the economy from a monoproduct one through the export standpoint. The single-digit rate lending facility, with a maximum tenor of 10 years, is expected to boost foreign exchange and generate at least 300,000 jobs within the next 5 years. The Bankers Committee also mentions the need for the enactment of more favorable policies that would enhance the export sector in the immediate, mid-term and long-term windows. The Nigerian National Petroleum Corporation plans to intensify its search for oil in the north. The Group Managing Director of the corporation, Dr. Mekanti Baru, says that a deeper search for oil will enable the National Oil Company make extensive appraisals of the gas reserves discovered in the region in 1999. The NNPC is currently drilling for oil at the Kolmani River 2 and has already attained over 10,000 feet, but targets to reach 14,270 feet by the end of May. Now let's cross over to the domestic market. The bearish sentiment, which started at the beginning of the month at the Nigerian stock market, spilled into Thursday's session. The all-share index shed 0.39%, with the equity cap nearing the 10 trillion naira mark. Edidiong Iwang tells us more.
Hello and welcome to the Stock Market Report. Sell-offs continued at the Nigerian equities market for the fourth trading session this week. The all-share index shed 0.39%, dropping further below the 29,000 level, with the equity capitalization nearing the 10 trillion naira mark. Now, 4 out of the 5 major sectors we track closed in the red today. The insurance counter was down by 2.46%, while industrial and consumer goods shed 0.45% each. Only the oil and gas counter closed in the green, up 0.45%. Volume and value of deals traded today were lower compared with Wednesday's session at 499.08 million shares, worth over 2 billion naira, exchanging 4,133 deals. And these were the most actively traded stocks for the day: Sterling Bank, Champs PLC and FBN Holdings. And that's it on the Stock Market Report. I'm Edidiong Iwang. Back to you, Emana.
And that's Business News Tonight. I'm Emana Amawe.